All right, here we go. Here's the question. Can lightworkers get monetized? Not just on YouTube, but can lightworkers really make a real, true living? Can that be done? All right. It's hard to believe, but people with real jobs, like myself, can be put in this position where it was my day off. Okay, well, I have a couple days off, but have you ever had that where on your days off you're kind of liking it, you're kind of happy, but there's this part of you that's just dreading going back to work? Like, not because the job is so bad. It's just, and not even that you're not good at your job. Like, I'm good at my job. It's just that feeling that you know that it's not your life purpose. It can be soul sucking, okay? It can be absolutely miserable, even if you're good at it, even if you're dedicated, even if, okay? So this channel is about just documenting my journey to prove that lightworkers can get monetized, not just on YouTube, but in terms of a business as well. They can create viable businesses and serve legitimate people, like give them legitimate healing services. Okay, why am I making this video today? Okay, you ever have that moment where you're like, whatever you try, you just keep getting doors slammed in your face. Like, okay, you know what? I think I like this. I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, this is good. This is going to make me money. And then that door just gets slammed in your face. Oh, what about this? Let me try this. Maybe this is how I can escape the rat race and get out of this. You know, I don't work 9 to 5. I'm a nurse. I have a different schedule, but it doesn't matter. If you work 9 to 5, you probably feel the same way. Like, can I get out of this rat race? Okay. And so you try different things and you're like, okay, you know, your Instagram feed, your YouTube, your Facebook, all of your social media has all these ads coming through because of course they're spying on us through our phones. And you have a conversation with somebody and next thing you know, there's an ad on Instagram for animal Reiki, you know, like, but as like a person who's dissatisfied with how their life purpose is unfolding or what they're doing for a living, you're searching, you're seeking, you're searching for what will make you happy. And like I said, sometimes you get that door slammed in your fucking face and it's not pleasant. It makes you almost want to scurry back to safety, go back to what you were doing. And that's normal and natural, right? But just sometimes you're like, I don't care how many times I get my ass kicked. I'm getting back out there and I'm trying something else. And so as a nurse, you know, I can make a living. That's not a thing. That's whatever, right? But for most nurses, we're not happy. Like, especially after the pandemic, we're fucking miserable. There was so much toxicity going on inside the hospitals, inside every healthcare facility. I've never seen so many nurses screaming down hallways and just pissed off at what was being demanded of them. And you better believe that energetic is still in our field. and I mean energy field. Okay. And that's why I kind of got into this whole light worker thing and this whole, like, I've always been intuitive. I've always read cards, tarot, oracle cards. I've always done that just for my own guidance. It all started when a friend of mine introduced me to a shaman, and I would see this shaman, and she introduced me into tarot and was like, okay, this is the guidance, this is what I'm getting, da 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 da. And she would clear my chakras, and it would feel amazing. Well, the long and short of that was, I'm like, dude, at this rate, I'm going to need my chakras cleared every other day. You know? So late last year, I was like, I need to learn how to do this myself. So then I took this class. It's actually, it was an amazing 6-month class. Okay. How I always forget because it's like 3 A's. Angel Alchemy Academy. Yeah, Angel Alchemy Academy, where Corinne Grillo, I highly recommend this course. This 6 months, it brought me from being just slightly intuitive to being like the confidence I have with my intuitive reads and my intuitive energy healing. Like it brought me from like beginner noob, like, I don't know, I hope I can clear my chakras, to like, I know how to clear my own energy field. I know how to trust my intuition. I know how to access the guides and angels and all this woo-woo stuff. But I did that for my own energy field healing. And I'm sure a lot of people out there, you don't have to be in healthcare to agree and say, yeah, it's been a fucking toxic work environment out there. Like, it's been hard. It's been hard for everybody. So back to the story, trading. So I did I say, anyway, back to the story that I probably never told. Trading is something that I've always done since I was young. There's this thing called funded futures trading, and you can basically qualify for a trading account by proving that you can hit profit targets, and then you do a profit split. Typically it's a 90-10 profit split. Like you'll be able to keep the first like 10 or 25,000 depending on the company, but they are legit companies. And that was what I thought was going to be my escape from nursing. Now, I say this, I bring that up because today was the day where it was FOMC, right? Federal, whatever. But they were doing like the whole, that FOMC meeting. And in the morning, like, I had just basically qualified for the funded account. Started it on Monday, okay? What was that? Like 2 days ago, right? Today's Wednesday. Started it on Monday. 3 days later, I'm talking this morning, I was already up like $3,000 or something in this account. This morning alone, and I counted the total seconds that I was in trades. In 34 seconds, I was already up $900. Okay, and this isn't about trading. I'm getting to the point. Like I said, the universe will slam doors in your face if this is not your purpose, or this is not like where you're meant to be. It just is gonna happen. And so, yeah, I was up over $900 this morning in the span of, like, my average trade time was less than 20 seconds. Okay. Which is crazy talk, right? Considering how much we slave away to make money at a job. So you can see why I thought, hey, this is my answer. fuck yeah, you know. But I got back on the computer. That happened in the morning, super fast, like 9 o'clock, 9:30. I was done. I get back on the computer later in the day to do some work, do some emails, etc. And I look on the economic calendar. I'm like, oh, FOMC. Oh, yeah, it's going to be busy today. Well, shit. Part of me was like, yeah, you really don't need to go back and trade. You know, like, let's just round it. $1,000 in the morning is pretty fucking good. But back to the whole thing about the job. I'm not super happy about what I do for a living. It's definitely soul sucking, like probably most jobs. So as soon as I saw that, like there was a part of my brain that was like, oh, come on, you can trade for a little bit. It's going to be perfect conditions for some good volatility, because I trade the futures market. And oh yeah, there was volatility. Let's just say I blew that account. And yeah, it's half sad, but not, because I've gotten so many of these accounts that it's like, do I think I can get another account? Yeah, I've been doing this for like 3 years. Okay. And, you know, I've gotten payouts, I've gotten paid. That's how I know these companies are legit. But at the same time, I know it's not my purpose. But the reason I went all like ape shit and went back into trading when I didn't need to go back into trading today is because of this incessant need to try to escape my career, which I'm sure a lot of people have. Right? So the soul and having it sucked out of you at work. Like, that's the whole point. The whole light worker thing is just really getting your energy back, clearing your energy of those traumatic experiences. Like I said, this course I just finished, 6 months of like just learning how to channel. How I didn't want to talk to dead people. Kind of still don't. But being that I've done it several times now, I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not what you think. Don't worry. But that channeling and that intuition is so strong now, and it's so like, boom. I've channeled over like going on like 50 people, or more actually, just in this last 6 months. And the majority of that was just since June. And one of the things she made us do was do sessions with strangers. Okay? Sessions with strangers who aren't classmates, right? We practiced on each other at first, but she had the brilliant idea of making us, like, essentially, if you want to get certified as an angel alchemist, you have to do stranger sessions. We call them stranger sessions because we can't know them, right? These are random people. She gives us the email and we have to do this whole like getting them to book a session with us. And that experience has done nothing but test and prove that I can absolutely tune in and deliver messages of guidance from your angels and ancestors, spirit guides, your higher self. The list goes on and on. And like, we also clear chakras and stuff, but let me kind of dial it in because this video is getting a little long. So my main intention with this channel is to encourage the light workers to just go for it. Because a lot of these stranger sessions I've been doing, I've been talking to the Lightworkers. The strangers that we're getting from Corinne, the majority of them are Lightworkers. And what I'm hearing a lot is just a lot of confusion, or a lot of, I don't know what my purpose is. And in future videos, I'm going to address that. And I actually have some techniques. I've done hypnotherapy. I've done pendulum healing. I've clear chakras. There's multiple things I can do that can truly just help you access your own inner wisdom. Okay? Because I just want to put the power back in your hands and make you believe in yourself. Okay? There's a whole thing where the light workers just don't believe in themselves, and that's coming to a fucking end right now. Okay? That's my mission. And even if you don't consider yourself a light worker, the truth is everyone can do what I'm talking about. You just have to be taught how. And I want to put the power back in your hands. I want to show you that you always had the wisdom inside. You always did. It was the external environment trying to program us into believing that we had to seek guidance elsewhere. And that's just not true. Now, bottom line, I'm here to encourage you. You, the light worker. You need to use those gifts to do what your soul came here to do. Bottom line. Anything less, you are not going to be happy. Not just that, all the people that you are meant to help will not have that, because you haven't stepped into it yet. And most of us don't have that type of encouragement in our lives. Who's going to encourage you to do this stuff? Who? Your family's probably not. Your family probably thinks you're weird. Well, not here, not this channel, okay? So, thanks for listening. Be on the lookout. I'll be back. Thanks.